So, Joanna, I was hoping that you would share with us what are some of the key considerations when implementing and adopting the platform?
No, great question. Well, the first thing is that you want to proactively identify key participants in the project, and that it also includes your IT resources. It's really important to have the right people at the right time in the right place for these projects. And bringing IT along for the journey is really a critical first step to success because these resources are going to engage with different folks on the technology side and think about things like integrations, single sign-on requirements, data feeds, payroll files and extracts, reporting requirements, security assessments. So there's a lot that goes and happens underneath just kind of the simple process and business flows that you're looking at, where those IT resources are very critical and should be brought along for the journey from the beginning. You don't want to find out last minute that, you missed a particular step and now you're going to require additional time and effort to build that out. Now, the next thing I would say is that you want to go into the process with an open mindset. And I've been in this industry long enough now to know that that is a really key factor. We know that change is very hard. And a lot of times we see clients that have done very specific processes or functions, whether they were manual or they had some internal procedures that were put in place because their previous technology or their vendor or their in-house system could simply not accommodate that level of automation. And sometimes we find that these processes were developed because one person preferred a specific style or function or flow. So we really want to encourage our clients to keep an open mind when it comes to new solutions, right? You want to make sure that you have active participation from various stakeholders, especially those that are going to be using that solution day to day, and they're going to be using it for administration of leaves and claims, and sort of keeping that open mindset and letting go of the things that maybe are not as beneficial. The next piece I would say is that you want to listen to the experts and follow their recommendations. That really ties to the last item that I was speaking about. One challenge I see a lot in this space is that folks try to replicate a lot of their processes, tasks, functions that are not always in line with a modern technology solution, right? So these are things we want to look at holistically. We want to determine the best way to solve that need in a way that removes the manual work, that removes the redundancy off the plate of those case management teams and helps to introduce that automation and that flow and reliance on other system components doing the work, right? So the example of Christy talking about compliance and how we have all this built-in automation and logic, which is fantastic. But if you have a case manager who is being trained to double check all of the logic in the system, you're effectively removing the time savings and the effort, right? So you have to be able to rely on the system to do some of these things automatically, take away the extra unnecessary steps. And then the last thing I would say here is that we don't want to over customize the solution. So, sometimes it's easy to solve a particular problem because you're going to ask to build an extra task or put in an extra letter or add something to the flow. And what we find is that the best path of adaptability of the solution is to really allow the day-to-day users to get on that platform. Start using it consistently in preparation for go live. Don't wait till go live to teach them how to use and navigate the platform. Start early, engage them in testing and validation, and let them play around and get comfortable. In that, while you're using that time, you can start to fine tune your own business processes, you can make adjustments, and you can focus on the most efficient way to get things done and to complete the work. And over time, you can start documenting things that you want to change or improve upon and make sure that you're not adding steps to your processes that are simply unnecessary or that are already supported through other tools and automation within the platform.